up, YouTube family? What is up, Wholesale to Million family? Listen up. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to pull a zombie property list. Now, this is a list that most real estate investors don't talk about, but it is actually a gold mine, all right? Now, if you don't know what zombie property is, this is a list that most investors don't talk about or don't target, all right? Which means these are people who are going through pre-foreclosure. So they're in the pre-foreclosure process, but haven't gotten pre-foreclosure yet, and the property is sitting vacant. Look at those two combinations, okay? They're going through they get heading into a pre-foreclosure process, and the property is sitting vacant. So I'm going to show you exactly where to get it, okay? How to pull the list, and then how to filter it out, right? So that way you really niche narrow in on the property, the seller that is extremely motivated. So today, we sent out 500 letters, right, to these zombie property lists, okay? If you haven't followed me on Instagram, my goal is we're sending out 500 letters every single week until I make $1 million on just direct mail. That's not cold calling. That's not from anything else, but just from direct mail. So if you want to follow along, make sure that you, boom, smash that subscribe button. Also, too, is I post it on my Instagram and my TikTok, Facebook, all that at realkingkhang. There is the name right there. All right. So come and follow along, and maybe you want to do this with me. All right. So I'm going to show you exactly how it is. Now, let me give you a quick update. So last week, we didn't get any property under contract. Last week, we were targeting like absentee owner. No, right? We didn't have anything under contract, but we got 2 warm leads. This warm lead, we're going to set for follow-up. The week before that, we got 1 property under contract that we're going to make $30,000 on. The week before that, we got a property under contract, all right, for going to make about, right now, $65,000 on it, okay? Imagine just sending out 5 letters every single week. Now, this, for those of you who don't like to cold call, direct mail is probably the best way to go, right? Because you're casting your net and you're waiting for your phone to ring. So you have a busy schedule, or you don't like to cold call, direct mail is probably the way to go. So let's jump right into it, okay? You guys can hear me? Test the mic. Mic is good. Audio is good. Quality is good. Okay. I'm going to share with you. So here's the software that I use, okay? First off, I'm just going to go straight into it, okay? So here's the software that I use. It's called KingData.ai. Some of you might know it by now. Okay, so it's called KingData.ai. Now, you have to have the pro plan, the pro account, to be able to get zombie property. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull it up. And then once you sign up, it takes you less than 5 minutes to sign up. Your dashboard is going to look very similar to mine, very similar. If you have any question or any concern that you want upgrade to downgrade, let's say you got the basic plan, you want to upgrade it to the pro, you got the pro, you want to downgrade it to the basic, it doesn't matter. If you have any question about the software, yada, 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 you can email, you can text them, and here's the bubble that you can chat with their support directly right here, okay? So we're going to go here, and all you can do is go to property. I'm going to keep this very, very simple, okay? Now listen, I'm not a high-tech guy, so if I can do this, you can too, okay? I'm not high-tech, okay? So here we go. So all you need now is just put in your city and states. I like to use Seattle, Washington, but if you have a city and state you want me to punch in your city and your states, and I'll pull it up for you. So right now we're going to go here, and then we're going to click on filter. I'm going to try to go slow because I know some of you are not high tech like me, so I'm going to try to go slow. But honestly, once you get used to this, it should take you less than 5 minutes to pull the list and then to send out direct mail. Okay. So now you click on filter, and then we're going to get rid of others, get rid of townhouse, and get rid of condos. Single family, multifamily. Why? 99% of investors wants to buy it. Okay, pop can buy it. A husband and wife can buy it, or a parents looking for their first kid, or buying a house for their first kid, right? They can buy it. Someone who want a house hack can buy it. Okay. And then all we're going to do is we're going to go here, and we're going to click on zombie property. Bam. So in Seattle, Washington. Okay, I'm talking about Seattle. There's 14 of them that are going through possibly go through the pre-foreclosure process. If you don't know what it is, you just click on here. These are properties that are in pre-foreclosure process and are also vacant. Just hover over the question mark here. And if you have a pro plan, you have access to all of this list. Okay, all of this list. And you can list that, which means you can be like, hey, I wanted to go through that, and I want them to, and I wanted to have high equity. Now you take the list from 14 people down to like 5 people. Now that might be too small. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. But that's what I mean. Like, you can really list that. You can go, hey, I want to have high equity, and maybe you also want them to also have tax delinquents on their property. Now you're down to 2. You see, so the list that, which means you're like, hey, I want these sellers to have multiple pain points, multiple distress, and the smaller your list is going to get. But let's just say I remove that, and we just want to target zombie property. There's 14 of them, right? You click on it. I'm going to go slow. You click on see results, bam. And then now what you can do is that what's cool about the software is that it comes with free skip tracing. So you never ever have to pay for skip tracing ever again. Okay? How's my audio? I just want to check you really quick, make sure audio is good. Hello? Okay, so we're good with that. Now you see that they're on the do not call list. Now the do not call list does not apply to us real estate investors. They just remove the law, right? Do not call is for telemarketers. So if you call saying, hey, you want to sell them something, then you can't. But since we are calling not to sell them, but to buy, then it's fine. So they just remove the law. You can double check it, okay? But that's from what I know. And we've been calling that's do not call us. Most real estate investors do not know. The wholesaler don't know. They stay away from it. So this is your opportunity, right? Someone missed opportunity. It's our opportunity to make money. So you can call them. What's cool about this software is it gives you their phone number. It'll let you know there's their email address as well. So I would do it. I would call, I would text, and I would also email them. And then here's the next thing that I would do. I would also send them a letter. Just put on direct mail, and they give you multiple letters that you can choose from. Okay? Now, I wouldn't target them and say, hey, I know that you're going through, this pre-foreclosure process, yada, yada, yada. I wouldn't say that. Nobody wants to feel like they're being targeted. Listen, if you have a collection and a collector call, and they call and say, hey, I'm calling from a collecting company, yada, yada, you're going to hang up. You don't want anything to do with it. Nobody wants to feel like they're being targeted or taken advantage of. So if they know that you're targeting them specifically, they feel like you are going to take advantage of them. So the key here comes in, act like normal, okay? So when you call them up, just say, hey, my name is Khang. I'm a local investor. I'm calling around because I'm interested in buying 1 or 2 more properties in the area for cash. So just curious, do you have anything that you might, consider selling? Or hey, listen, just receiving a free no risk, no obligation cash offer. I can tell you what the property is worth, and I can make you a free no risk, no obligation cash offer. If it makes sense, you sell it. If it does make sense, no harm, no foul, right? So you want them to have that stress of relief that they don't have any obligation to do any business with you if they don't want to. Make sense? But don't make them feel like they're being targeted. Call them, talk to them, build rapport, right? And let them open up to you. Once they trust you, once they like you, my friend, they will open up to you. And the conversation is going to go way better that way than if you were to call them up and say, hey, this is John. I saw you on this, pre-foreclosure list here that you might be, heading towards. I'm here to help you. Most of them be like, no, this cat's going to take advantage of me. He's a vulture out there trying to suck my blood. That doesn't work really well. All right. So that's the list 14. So now let's just say you be like 14 people is too small. And what you do instead of just the city, you expand it. Hey, let's just target the whole county. And if the whole county is not good enough, okay, why don't we go the whole entire state? Let's go just the whole entire state of Washington. Let's see how many zombie properties in the state of Washington. If you have a lot, man, dude, they might have to shoot the Walking Dead where you're at. All right. But now we're taking the whole entire state. Let's see how many it's in Washington state. Not much. So listen, Washington state's, it might not be where you want to shoot, the Walking Dead. But here, 114 in this 114 people, I can tell you right now, if you're able to get them on the phone, or you send them a letter and they respond back to you, out of that 114 people, I can almost promise you, should be one hot lead in there for you. One deal in there for you. I can make you $25,000. 25 G's. Would you call all these 114 and then start talking and making offers? Some of you're too afraid to make the call. You're too afraid, all right, to make your lowball offer. Every shot you don't take, my friend, you lose. You miss. Every offer you don't make, you're missing out on an opportunity to make 10, 20, 30, $50,000 on. Now, in Washington State, the average wholesale fee, that's where I am, it's about 20 to 25K. So some of you be like, oh man, I don't want to spend, $249, but you're missing out on an opportunity to make 25,000. So the software costs, if you got to get the pro plan, but it costs $249 a month. Now it's a month to month. You can cancel anytime you want, but all you really need, my friend, is one deal. Just one deal. It'll pay for the software, right? 10 times over. It's the investment that you're making into yourself and into your business. Some of you spent more than that on your shoes, on your dinner, on your designer clothes than it is. Okay? But those things don't make you nothing. And this is something I don't understand about some people, but they're okay with dropping, a few $100, few $1,000, and they don't even think twice on just stuff. But when it comes to investing in themselves or in their business, the software, the tools that they need to actually make money, they double think, they triple think, they contemplate, they're debating. Is it? Come on, man. Shoot. Why that kind of mindset is keeping you trapped where you're at right now. That's why you're not making more money. Because, like I said, your thoughts dictate your action, and your action is what produces the results. So what you think about investing, making money, all that, if it's corrupted here, it will show on the outside. Your bank account will show it. So now let's just say that, so that's the zombie list, okay? Let's just say that we want to narrow this list down even more. Let's just say you'd be like, you know what, oh man, I don't got time to call 114 people, but I got time to call, let's just say 75 people. Okay, well, let's narrow the list even more. I think 114, so let's just see here. If we take 114 people, okay? If we take 114 people divided by 8 hours, all you need to call is 14 people in 1 hour, my friend. 14 people in 1 hour, my friend. That is it. Not all of them is going to pick up the phone, so you should pound through this thing like no problem, man. Now, let's just go down and say, hey, Khang, I want to filter even more. Okay, cool. We're going to add in the AI score. So for those of you who don't know what this AI score right here is, it is extremely powerful. So we already know how fast technology AI is going, right? 2020, no, maybe 2026 is going to be more crazy. So they took AI, they integrated into the software. And they came up with a sellability score. So the sellability score is that it will dictate out of this 144 people, they will tell you how likely, how motivated these sellers will sell in the next 90 days. Like they are ready to get rid of it. And they will rank it from 0 to 1,000 based on the car payment, based on how much they make from work, based on their payment history, based on how much they owe, how long they own the property, all of that. The credit score and everything. Like this thing just gets wild. Okay? And then you just hover over it and they'll tell you what it is. So it ranks from 0 to 1,000. 1,000 means the higher the score is, the more motivation, but the smaller your list is going to get. So right now, if we got 144, we typically start at 500. That's when I told my VA to start. We started at 500. Let's see how narrowed down we got. So now we took that list from 144 down to 101, 101 people. Now let's take the list down even more. Okay? Then we just increase it to 600. So we increase it to 600. Let's just do. Okay? 78 people, my friend. Boom. Out of the 78 people, you can call them right now. Click on this, right there. Now, I want all of you to understand, nothing works if you don't. Dreams don't work unless you do. Knowledge is power. unless you execute on it. Knowledge plus execution, my friend, is power. That's what's going to make you the money. Okay? So if I were you, that's the list. Like I said, the other list, I would be fine with. Okay? 140 people, no problem. So let me take some time here. Comment in your city and your state. Just comment in your state. I'll pull up the list and let you see which state of you on here has the most zombies. Okay, so comment in your state. Let's rock and roll. Good afternoon, Khang. Thank you. I am about to get my first property locked up on the contract. Dude, let's go, baby. Every single time when I go live, dude, and I see this, man, it makes me so happy. Because it makes me feel like, everything, all the content and all the effort that I put out, it actually changing somebody's life. You know this person right here? Dude, will change your life forever, my friend. It'll give you the confidence and the self-belief, and now that you know, you can do it again and again and again and again. You're confident, my friend, is going to skyrocket. And it doesn't matter if this first deal was $1,000 or $100,000. Okay, but that first deal turns something that you don't know is possible into reality. Like, I can really do this shit. Okay? Now, comment in your states. I'll pull up the list of zombies for you and show you exactly how many is in your states. Okay? Now, as you are doing that, I want to share with you, because I get this question all the time. It's called, what do we need? What do you need and don't need to get started wholesaling real estate? And how you can do it virtually. Okay? So first off, let's talk about the 5 things that you don't need. 5 things that you don't need, my friend, to actually start wholesaling real estate today. Number 1, this is what you don't need. Okay? A realtor license. I'm not a real estate agent. You don't need a realtor license to get started. Okay? You don't need a real estate license, realtor to get started. 2, okay? You don't need, okay? You don't need a business. Some of you think that, oh man, I'm going to need a business. You don't need a business license or an LLC. You don't need a business license or an LLC to get started. Okay? Number 3. Okay? I'm making all my notes here. Hold on a second. Number 3. Okay? You don't need experience. You don't have to have any experience to get started wholesaling. Okay? No experience needed. Okay? Number 4. You don't need a boatload of money. Okay? Because you're not going to buy the property, you're not going to fix the property up. So you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't need 30, 40, 50, or $100,000 to get started. Right? But if you do have the money, will it help? Absolutely. You can get the software and not have to worry about it. Okay? Now, number 5 is the last number here. What you don't need, my friend? Connection and excuses. You don't need to know someone that does wholesale. Right? You don't need someone to, you don't need the connection or excuses. When I first got into the game, I have none of these. I didn't have any experience. I got the money though, right? But I didn't have a realtor license. I still don't have a real estate license. I don't have a business license. I put everything under my own name. I did not excuses. I do whatever it takes, whatever is required to win. Okay? Now, here are the 5 things that you actually need to succeed. Okay? So we talk about the 5 things that you don't need to get started. Now let's talk about the 5 things that you actually need. And without these 5 things, my friend, you ain't gonna make it. Like without these 5 things, you ain't gonna make it. So listen carefully. Okay? Now here's exactly what you need, my friend. You need this. Okay? Important. You need the contract. This contract is extremely important, my friend. You need the contract. You need the purchase and sale contract, and you need the assignment contract. Okay? The purchase and sale contract is between you and the seller. Okay? And then you need the assignment contract. That's when you assign the deal to the buyer. Now, the contract is extremely important because this contract lets you assign the deal and it lets you back out of the deal if you can't find the buyer. I've been using this contract, my friend, for the last 12 years. You cannot do a wholesale deal without the right contract. Not just any contract, the contract that will protect you and let you back out, walk away, scratch free. I put all the contingent in here. I told my attorney, hey, put everything in there that can save my ass. So even all the way to the day of closing. I can't find a buyer, back out. I can cancel the contract, walk away, scratch free. Okay? Number two, dude, what you need is a script. Not just any script. You need a badass killer script. A script that can teach you how to talk, how to communicate, and most importantly, how to negotiate with the seller on the phone, how to overcome their objection, how to close them, not to talk shit. How do you close them? And how do you do it without meeting the seller, without actually seeing the property? How you just stay on the phone, laying on the beach, and close deal. One of my students, Clinton, him and his wife, he took his wife to Bahamas. I posted on my Instagram. Closed the deal and made $26,000. The other day, he was golfing. Closed the deal for $11,000. The script, my friend, this is one of the most underrated. The most new real estate wholesaler that gets into the game, underplay it. They don't spend enough time learning how to master, how to talk, how to communicate and negotiate. And that's why they fail on the phone. Okay? Very, very important, man. You need a killer script. Not just any script, a killer one. The one that's proven to work. Okay? Number three, my friend. Yes, you need a course. Okay? You need a good course that shows you how to get into the game and guide you to that first deal. Right? Because you need a course. You need something that say, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. Right? And you obviously you have to do it yourself. Right? It's a watch and then learn and then do it. But you need a course. Okay? Number four, dude, without this, you ain't gonna do shit. Okay? You need a phone. Okay? You need a laptop. Okay? And you need, my friend, internet. Without this, dude, you ain't gonna do shit. Right? You need a phone, you need a laptop, and you need internet connection. Okay? And last but not least, number five, also very important. Number five, my friend, you need community. I'm just scribbling now. Number five is you need a community that you can be a part of, and you need a winner mindset. Let me share with you what a winner mindset is. A winner mindset will always choose education over entertainment. A winner mindset will always choose priority over fun. Right? They do what is required, what is necessary. Okay? On the day that they don't even feel like it. You need to understand that's what separates between the winner and the loser. It's the people who's willing to do shit they don't feel like it. Okay? But they do it anyway because they know they need to get it done and it's going to set them ahead of the game. They do it for their future self, not for today. If you do everything just for today, you ain't. You see, people that win in life is they're willing to sacrifice their today for their tomorrow. They don't want to show up today, but they do it anyway because they know that their future self is going to thank them. Okay? So let me share this with you. Now, if you need all of this without paying $1,800, let me show you how you can get it for less than what you spent on lunch today. Comment and let me know how much you spent on lunch today. Well, we're not even at lunch. But comment and let me know how much you spent on breakfast today. Okay? So if you want my badass script, I can give you my contract. I can give you my badass script. It's proven, my friend. It's proven to work. I use the exact script to train my VA from the Philippines. These girls have no real estate experience. Dude, don't even know anything about sales. They just follow the script. They learn. They master the script. When they get on the phone, dude, no, night and day. Night and day. Okay? I'll give you the script that's proven to work. I'll also give you the step-by-step course. I cannot give you the phone, the line, and the internet. It's something that you have, right? But I can give you the community, but I cannot give you the winner mindset. This is something that you have to train over time. So I can give you 90% of this for less than $1,800. Okay? You don't have to spend this to get this. What if I tell you I can give you all that for less than what you pay for your breakfast? So comment in, how much do you spend on breakfast? I spent $20. King, $20 for breakfast, dude. So here's how you're gonna get it. Okay, YouTube family. So I recently launched my school community. I made it extremely affordable. So each and every single one of you can join. For the people who wants for the hustler, okay? All you do is go to school.com/WTM club. Less than what you spent for breakfast today. Okay? How do I download the script? I'm in the school community tonight. You should be able to download it, okay? If not, just DM me your email and I'll tell my team to reach out to you and send it to you personally. So here's what it is. Oh, this is where you guys go. School.com/WTM club. And let me share my screen and I'll share with you exactly what you're gonna get on top of everything. There is even more. So here's what you're gonna get. Can you see this? You see this? This is the contract that I'm talking about. For you're gonna, as a club member, okay, you're gonna get access to all of this as a club member for less than what you pay for breakfast. Now, once we hit 200 members, the price is gonna go up. So just an FYI. So whatever price that you get in right now, you will be locked in on that price for life. But once we hit 200 members, it's gonna go up. Just an FYI, okay? So whatever price that you get in right now, I think we're already at 188 members. So there's only literally 12 spots left. But here's what you get. You get the wholesaling real estate contract I talked about. You get my badass script, dude. This script will turn you to a killer. Did some of you watch the cold call role play that I did with Alyssa? Alyssa is in my school community. She said, Khang, I used 80% of your script. Dude, it was one of the most best cold call I've ever done, right? So I'll drop that link right below too. You want to watch it and see how good she is. She's so good. She never closed a deal before. She studies the script. She learns it, master. Dude, badass. Here's the cold call training. You get that. I also hooked you up with the JV contract. Now listen, you get all this for free as a club member. Less than your lunch or less than you spend on breakfast. Here's right. I'll show you how to customize your own motivated seller list. I'll give you my protocol, my VA protocol, where to hire a VA, how do you filter and qualify them, how do you train them, how do you pick the best of the best and bring them onto your dream team. I'll give you the protocol, all the questions you need to ask them, right, to qualify them. Guess what else? Okay, I'll show you some different ways to find the free way and the pay way to generate, to generate leads, motivated seller leads, wholesaling funnel, what it looks like. Your first $300,000 breakdown. How many phone calls you have to make? How big of your list, right? How many offers you have to make? Like I literally break it down for you. Dude, expired listing where I never talked about. Boom. Of course, for that, all my the seller recorded call. Dude, run comps, find out ARV. Like you get all these courses right here, my friend. And yesterday, guess what I did yesterday? I spent 5 hours on my Sunday. I put together this for you guys right here. Over 40 of my students that I brought on real interview, way back. We'll go like way back. They share with you. Obviously, I bring them on an interview. You get to listen to their stories. You get to listen to how they found a seller, how they're able to negotiate with them, how they're able to find a buy and close a deal. So far, I got 40 of them on there. Just that alone, just this alone. Okay? I can charge $4.95. Just that alone. Now you pay less than your breakfast to get all of these. And I do pump out new courses new courses drop every single week. And obviously you got to be a part of the community, right? But imagine if you're able to go in there and just listen to those and able to walk away with one piece of information or one connection. You already know it pays way more. So once again, the info's there. The choice is up to you. But for those of you who's like, oh, dude, bro, what a no-brainer. So go to school.com and once again, it's a month-to-month. If you don't like it, you just cancel. But once again, I can tell you this. Once you join, you ain't going to want to leave. You ain't going to want to leave. Okay? King said I got in when it was $19. First come, first serve, early birds, man, gets the worm. So as long as King stay in there, well, you get everything. Dude. Anyways, bro. So once again, currently right now, whatever the price is at, once we hit 200 members, it's going to go up. Once we hit 300 members, the price is going to go up. But whatever you lock in, it will stay like that for life. Okay? So if you lock in right now, whatever the price is, it'll stay in there for life. Okay? I appreciate each and every single one of you that's on here. Now, for those of you who said, hey, Khang, I want all your courses already. But this is for those of you, it's not for everybody. This is only for the few of you that needs the hands-on coaching. This is where you will get live weekly training like this. So imagine we go live like this every week. Okay? You get classes 3 times plus a week, live, real-time access like this. Walk you through exactly every step of the way. Okay? Show you exactly what you need to do. Come with your own marketing plan. Build your own list. Okay? Show you exactly step by step. Guide you every step of the way. So this is holding your hands, walking you through 24/7 support. Obviously, this is where you find some of my top students, like Clint, like Jericho, like Jamil. All of them have gone on to build their own virtual wholesaling operations that are cranking at a couple deals a month. So yeah, coaching, the support, the guidance, right? So you never have to feel like, oh man, you're stuck somewhere. You ask, my team dude will jump on it and will guide you in the right direction. So you don't have to spend countless of hours trying to figure out yourself. And whether it's the right move or the wrong move, we'll tell you what to do. And every single move that you make with confidence. And if you ever get stuck, we're there with you, right in your corner, whenever you need help. And live training like this every single week. Okay? Just go to coachwithkhang.com. Okay? That's up to you. The info's there. The choice is yours. I'll see you guys on the next video. Until next time, take care. And let's go get this. I'm out.